Hello everyone. So it has been 10 years, a decade, since I made my last collector's video. And at that time I was collecting for the PlayStation 3. I had not gotten a PS4 yet. So over the last decade I have collected roughly over 40 games for the PlayStation 4. To put it in perspective, I was in college back then, and now I'm married, living that good adult life. So I will breeze through my collection. A lot of these are unopened because as an adult, I don't have much time to play. I'm more of a collector's now. So start with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Call of Duty World War II, L.A. Noire. Love this game. Investigative reporter in 1940s Los Angeles. If you like history and you like, crimes and solving crimes, it's the game for you. Made by Rockstar, the studio that makes Grand Theft Auto. So it's a beautiful game, beautifully done. Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the original 3 games. It was a little rocky when it launched 3 years ago, but I think they've had released so many patches for it that I think it's playable now. Of course, Grand Theft Auto 3 was my favorite because I spent so many hours on it as a kid. And as you can tell, I do have the original PlayStation 2, and I made a video of it 10 years ago. Showcasing Killzone Shadowfall, another PS4 launch title in 2013. Tokyo 2020, Olympic Games, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I haven't put too many hours into this one, but beautiful visuals. Vikings, if you love Vikings, that's for you. Game of Thrones, Telltale Games, Bloodborne, another launch title for the PS4. The Wolf Among Us by Telltale Games as well. Mortal Kombat XL. The Order 1886 has beautiful, stunning graphics. I would say that. Batman, the Telltale Games series by Telltale Games. I love Telltale Games, if you cannot tell. Telltale Games, tell. Spider-Man. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, love it. Did play it. God of War 3, unopened. Ratchet and Clank, also unopened. Yakuza 0, Horizon Zero Dawn, Resident Evil 2, remastered or redone from the ground up from the PlayStation 1 era. I've heard great things about it. It's also really hard. I haven't put any time into it. The Walking Dead Telltale Game series, all 4 seasons. I love this series very much. The way that your choices tailor the story, and it's never easy when you have to make a choice in real time and you're like, what do I do? Anyway, it's very intense. It picks up really quickly. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, and Until Dawn, another game that kind of your choices tailor the story, so to speak. Intense thriller as well. Life is Strange, limited edition, comes with like a CD and stuff like that. Ah yes, Sleeping Dogs. I love this game. It's action-packed, constant action, adrenaline. Like you have to do all these martial arts moves and counterattacks, and you learn all this. Yeah, you can hijack cars while you're in movement. I mean, it's wonderful, and it comes with this little booklet of in-game characters and, so to speak. It's wonderful. I love this game. I keep coming back to it, even years later. I mean, it holds up great. Mafia Definitive Edition, collectors. So this includes all 3 Mafia games. Yeah. Now, Mafia 1, I loved it. I played it completely on the PS4. It's been redone from the ground up from the PlayStation 2 era. I mean, it's beautifully done. 1930s Empire Bay City, which is based off of New York City, so to speak. Mafia 2 is also a great game. I originally played on the PS3. And Mafia 3, didn't really put much time into it. But the very first 2 games are amazing. And I think, I want to say that I bought this can put it back in this sleeve. I bought this for like $25 on Amazon, but it was like a couple of years ago, and they only released it in Europe, but the PlayStation is not zone locked, so you can play European games. Grand Theft Auto, if I can speak. Grand Theft Auto 5 Premium Edition, unopened. Of course, I played this game millions of times, starting with the PS3. Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection, wonderful story. I love the Uncharted series. I think Uncharted 2 is definitely my favorite, aside from Uncharted 4, which definitely is my favorite. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, also I think is my favorite Assassin's Creed of the modern Assassin's Creed, so to speak. Takes place in 1868 London, Victorian London, loved it. And during the Industrial Revolution, so. Okay buddies, stop falling. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. I adore the story of this. It's a very unique game because there's really no dialogue. It's more of the soundtrack. It just captivates you from the beginning. And it's unique because you have to control both the little and the big brother at the same time with each analog stick. And it can be a little challenging, but once you get the hang of it and you get to the end of the story, oh my gosh, I love that game. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, the original 3 games, and of course Crash Bandicoot 2, my favorite. It's the one I played as a kid on the PS1. I'm old. Crash Team Racing, Nitro Fueled. Ah yes, here we go. Now we're talking about the Quantic, the Dreams by Quantic game. Quantic Dreams. Games by Quantic Dreams Studios. Beautiful, beautiful. Heavy Rain was the very first one they released on the PS3, redone for the PS4. But it's a psychological thriller. You never guess who the killer is until the end. And again, all of these games, your choices tailor the story as you go along. So you can have multiple endings depending on what you choose. Beyond Two Souls, also beautiful. Detroit Become Human. You're like this life-size android in the city of Detroit in 2038. We're not very far from that. And androids essentially are doing all the work, like housework. There's like this revolution between humans and androids because the humans are claiming that androids, which were created by humans, are stealing their jobs, blah blah blah. So, but you play as an android and you start to gain lifelike consciousness of your surroundings, and it's just beautiful. Like one of my favorites. I always come back to it. Uncharted 4, Thief's End, also my favorite. Red Dead Redemption 2, Wild West America, 1899. Wonderful, wonderful open world. I only played the main campaign once, but if you want to spend hours lost in the Wild West, please. This is definitely a game for it. The Last of Us Part 2. Anybody who knows me, follows my video from 10 years ago, The Last of Us is my favorite game of all time in terms of gameplay, story, everything. So, soundtrack, to die for. Now, The Last of Us Part 2, I did play through the whole story. It was okay, in my opinion. The story was okay. I kind of like the angle they did, veering off of just Ellie and Joel and focusing on Abby and her story. But anyway, it's a beautifully done game. I have no regrets of playing it. But the very first one, Last of Us, my favorite. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I poured so many hours into this game like a couple of years ago. Nowhere near done with it, but beautiful, beautiful ancient Greek. What is it, like ancient Greece, world. An ancient Greek world. Love it. I love that. Walking Dead, New Frontier. Watch Dogs. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. Countless hours in the Caribbean. Pirates. Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed Unity, it's okay. French Revolution. The Evil Within, also haven't opened it because also I kind of don't like horror games, but it's a good one. I mean, okay. And that does it for my PlayStation 4 collection. As you can see, ta-da! Over 40 games so far, and that's it. Until next time.